Friday. Today we're going to take a look at Naval Action for the first time. Naval Action is a Age of Sail game set around the early part of the 19th century, sort of the Trafalgar period. I've just got a basic cutter. I've done a couple of missions just to get used to it. It's currently on Steam. It's, what would it be, early access beta perhaps. I played it a bit when it was in alpha. As you can see, the menus are just horrible. I can't believe they didn't tart the menus up. But anyway, the purpose of this is to give you a little look, and we're just going to start on the missions. We could join a battle, but we're going to pick the United States is assaulting Tulum. Anyway, we're gonna I'm a midshipman, which means I can command up to 40 crew, so we're just going to do one mission there. I have to go near Carlisle and win a battle. So you can bring up the map with M, and if you zoom in you'll see I'm here, Kingston, and there's Carlisle, and those crossed cutlasses, they tell me the sort of proximity of my mission. So without further ado, we'll hit sail. I'm on a PvP server. There's PvP, PvE. At the moment it's just European and US servers. I'm playing from Australia. As you can see, it's very pretty. I'm playing from Australia and the ping isn't the best. And you'll see there's some cutlasses off in the distance. There's a decent player base. There's a fight between Great Britain with 10 ships and France with 2 ships. So I'm British, despite surrendering my passport to the Aussies. But I choose to sail with the Brits in this. You'll see there, that's Kingston that we're just leaving. I don't know if I can join. Oh, I could join Great Britain in that fight, but that's not my mission. But I'm going to do it anyway. Bugger the missions. How can you not? Placing ships alongside that of the enemy. This is just a little entering combat cutscene. This looks like a couple of rather foolish French folks have sailed past the British capital. At the moment in Age of Sail, in Naval Action, all of the nations are at war with each other. Oh, it's a constitution. It's quite a big fellow. There you go. Look, that's very pretty. You can see the battle going on over there in the distance. So they have a constitution, and we've mostly got little baby ships. And they have a navy brig too. So basically, you have your wind gauge down here in the bottom left. So the wind's blowing across my ship at the moment. In the little ships, it's not quite as important, to be honest. They're much more forgiving if you get yourself nose into the wind, which is a bad thing. I can use shift to bring up my telescope, and then you can see the flags of the various ships there. The British ships, dirty French ship getting his pants kicked in the middle. Down here you can choose what you want your crew to do. I'm going to get my boys to focus on gunnery. And then here you can choose how your guns fire. So I've got rolling front fire, which means the front cannon will always shoot first. So let's see, what have we got? We've got a Frenchie, he's right in the middle taking a slapping. And what we might try and do is sail behind him. Now the good news with being in a little ship is you don't tend to be the focus of attention. They have a Constitution, which is a big ship, Jonas de Berry, and I think they're AI because they don't, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they're AI, I'm not sure. So you'll see now as I target ships, there's Jonas de Berry, that ship's unwatchable. You have armour, effectively if you imagine your ship as a square, off all 4 sides of your ship. Once your armour's penetrated, you pretty much start flooding and you get your bum kicked. Early doors, like I am at the moment, your ship is a start ship, and It's very forgiving in that if you're a doofus and you lose it, you just get a replacement. Later on, you lose your ship, you'll be sad. So you can press shift to go into, I think it's just one side, isn't it now, almost. You can press shift to bring up your telescope, and then you can look on whichever side you want to look on, the right side, the left side, and if you right click your mouse, you'll then go into gunnery mode. So although this isn't my mission, it's a nice little look at a few ships having a battle, despite the fact that rather it's rather one-sided battle. Now I don't really want to take a shot at him in case I clip some of my friendlies. So have a little spacebar, fires one. Oh, there you go, look at that, I made a hit. And right, left click releases the hounds and fires everything. There's another hit. So release the hounds. I think he's sinking. Yeah, he's sunk. I think, pretty sure I sunk him. So there's one ship left, that's the Constitution. These are much, much bigger. I'm in a tiny little 6 guns per side. You'll see there at the bottom my guns are reloading. I can choose different types of ammo. I can have ball, which is your regular stuff. Chain, which is good for goosing up the sails, slowing a ship down. Or grape, which is a people killer. So if you intend to board a ship, grape's what you try and use. So I'm now sailing after the Constitution. I've got the wind across, that's kind of the best way. You don't want the wind straight up your clacker. Sort of 10 o'clock's pretty good. I'm doing 9.6 knots, which isn't far off the maximum speed of a basic cutter. I might be able to squeeze a bit more. You can actually, I've got auto sails on at the moment, which basically means my computer AI is looking after my sails for me. You can change that and manual sail, but in these small ships, if you look at my ship here, it's really only got the one big sail at the back, and to be honest, I'm assuming most people are in one of those, to be honest, unless you're trying to do tight turns and stuff, you're not going to get much advantage of manual sailing. But I can use the Q and the E to swing my sail around manually, or the Z and the C to move my back sail around. So, or I can just put it back on auto by pressing F. So, we're a long way from the biff. Now in a little ship like this, you're probably best sniping with chain from a distance to goose up the sails, that way they can't get away like this fella's doing. I can't even tell how badly biffed he is at the moment. Oh, there's okay. There you see Jakeston Churchill, the one in front of him. Can't get a bead on him at the moment. That's a big ship of the line. Let's see what he's in. He is in... I don't know what he's in. He's on the hoof is Jonas de Berry, flag captain of the Constitution. And I think he can probably outrun me. So we'll just watch it through telescope. That's a biggie. So that's a second rate, might even be a first rate. See how the cabin lights are coming on now as it starts to get a bit darker. That's pretty sexy. So it is a little bit forgiving of ping. You can probably play with 250, 300 without any real troubles. What you don't want to feel is that you hit fire and you have to wait a period of time, and if your ping gets really bad, that's what happens. You get desynchronization of your shots. So I could leave this battle now. I'm going to sail, see if we can sail a bit quicker. Let's see what the splinters coming off. In the next patch, they're going to tighten up those menus you saw at the start, which are pretty shabby, and they're going to allow you to proportionally set your crew. So at the moment you've got repair, which is, I'll let you guess, but it's repairing. You have repair kits that you can use for your sails or your hull, or if you've got like a leak, or a pump or a rudder that's broken. Gunnery, sailing, which is what I'm doing now. So when they're focused on sailing, you'll squirt a bit more speed, but more importantly, if you're turning or changing your rigging, you can go to what's called battle setup by pressing B, and it half raises your sails, and what that does is it stops your ship from leaning so much. At the moment, because I've got the wind pretty much behind me, when I look left and right, I'm pretty flat, but if I had the wind cutting across at a real oblique angle, one side of my ship would be pointing higher than the other. I'd be tilted, so I'd be like that on one side and like that on the other. Battle sails helps take them away. Here's our foe. Okay, so he's basically running away. Now, what these ships are trying to do is, apart from this big fella here, is they're trying to get behind him so that they can rake. And that's where you shoot across the arse of your opponent. And in doing so, you kill lots of crew, and by killing lots of crew, you reduce his speed of firing and managing the sails. So I'm probably still way too far out to get a shot at him. When you're shooting, what you tend to do is you tend to fire one shot as a ranger to get your range. So it's a bit dangerous because there's friendlies there, but let's fire a nice high one. You'll see it landed in the water over there. There you go, you get some idea of the range. So let's go to mine, because I do have one guns on this one. Yeah, let's see if that splash, yeah, okay. Let's just drop it. Whoops. Just fell short. So let's see. Can you see the damage on it? Pirates have captured Scarborough. So you can assault ports in the game, which is rather cool. On the bigger ships, you can control the different decks. So I've only got one deck of guns, but on the bigger ships, you can have 3-4 decks of guns, and you can control which ones fire. So you can basically lock guns closed. The background noise. So this is all a bit of a chase for me, unfortunately, at the moment. I might leave this and get on with my mission. So I'm just going to leave this battle and get on with my mission. So you saw a bit of a biffo there. I got a little bit of gold. I lost 2 XP because I left the battle, I suppose. When you enter open world, for about 30 seconds, you're safe. You're invulnerable and invisible, and that just stops people gangbanging you as you exit. So I'm meant to be heading to Carlisle, so Carlisle is southwestish of me, which is what I'm doing now. When you're sailing, you can actually, if you've got repair kits, you can repair when you're in friendly waters. And so what I'm doing is I'm on the horizon, I'm looking for these sorts of things. So that's Great Britain against pirates. Combat's too far away for me there. I don't want to join that anyway, I want to do my mission. It takes about 15-20 minutes to do a mission if you do it well, which there's no guarantee I'll do it well. There's that, there's another one over there. So you can just see the crossed cutlasses in the distance. So there's a private, I just got a message there but I missed it. I'm not completely au fait yet with the group UI. Now interestingly enough, on your map it doesn't tell you where you are because this is 18 something or other, and in 18 something or other they hadn't quite installed GPS yet. So when I find my mission, the little cutlass doohickeys will say Admiralty Order. There we go, Admiralty Order, so I'm going to turn and head towards it. And I'm rather hopeful that it'll just be a 1v1. And I can clack a win. After you've been in a battle, you can go here to your history and open up the screen and it tells you, see I did that one hit, 36 damage. And I arguably caused some friendly damage, but let's not focus on that. It's war after all. In the open seas you travel at silly speeds, so although it says 16-17 knots, I'm really whizzing across the map. Probably about here right now, halfway to Pedro Cay. The map is pretty big and you can capture these ports. This is all the US ports. Okay, so we can enter this, and what we're trying to do here is get ourselves 50 XP and 5,000 gold. As you rank up, you can command more crew. As you can command more crew, you can play with a bigger ship. So what are we up against? We're up against a Lynx. So a Lynx, slightly faster than us. Crikey, just look how close he is. Slightly faster than us. You'll see the timer at the top there, tacking down to battle. The wind is coming from left to right, so I want to go with that wind. The AI is actually quite good. I'm saying that because in case it kicks my bum. There you go, he's already opening up on me. So I'm going to have my first shot. A little bit long, now you can't see anything. Go to battle sails. And it's a bit wavy, just short. And they're probably behind, maybe a clip. So I'm trying to keep the wind. So he's getting a few hits on me there. I'm going to close in a bit. He's got 4 guns on each side, I've got 6, so I'm happy to get close and play the game. He's turning in. Unfortunately, if I got my battle sails, you'll see how I'm leaning because I've got the wind. That's over the top of him. And they're all behind him, unfortunately. So I've just got the wind on my nose right now, so my turning speed is much reduced. he seems to be sort of sailing rather towards me. He's bringing his other guns on. And we got a few good hits on him there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn across him, although I don't have the wind particularly well worked out here, and get my other guns on him, because if you can get 2 sets of guns on them, you're doing double the damage. Go to battle sails. So what I tend to do at the moment, because it's like I say, it's been a while, you see that one hit the wave? What I tend, and I'm going into the wind again, so this is bad. What I tend to do a little bit too much of at the moment is I fire a little bit too high. I'm used to the previous version, and in the sea battles I had a bigger ship, so my cannons were higher off the water. So slow down. So that was a hit. And there's a nice set of hits on him there. So again, I'm just trying to keep it slow while I close in on him. So he's got the wind now in his face. He's turning towards me. I should get a good shot off in here. Fortunately, I've let him get a little bit behind me, so I can't really get into him now. And I should turn onto him. And down and fire. Yeah, you'll see that. You'll see the map there. I've just taken a big swatch off him. So slow down again. The wind's coming across my nose now. See, that's too high. And yeah, I feel as though I couldn't really get much lower. But I've certainly done more damage to him than he's done to me in his little links thing. You can teleport back to your capital port once every few hours. There's some nice hits, you'll see there. That's put a big hole in him. So I'm slowing down again, almost to a stop. Trying to keep everything on this same side. Straight in. If you hit them hard enough, they actually go through them. A battle for a port has started. So I'm almost at a stop now. I'm worried these waves are going to get in the way. You always have to wait for a wave sequence. Not sure that was my best volley. So speed up again, and we're just dancing in a circle at the moment. Roger Lafayette. Pretty sure that's the name of the book I learned French from when I was a kid. Alright, going to battle sails for when my my batteries are ready. But while I keep it on the one side, I'm kind of pouring in the damage. Yeah, I didn't see anything on that run. So I'm going to get closer in a moment. I'm just going to speed up. And again, these little ships, they let you off going through chains, as they call it, getting the wind in your nose. He's ripping my nose off a bit. Go to battle sails now. Alright, that was better. So now I'm starting to close in on him. I'm slowing down a bit, trying to bring it so that we're closer. Back to battle sails again. I don't want him to turn his other side to me. That's good. So I just pulled him in there. He was being a sneaky wee bugger. So he's just shot into the ocean on that one. My Guns should be up any second now. There they are. Alright, so that's me stripped off all his armour on that side. Fortunately, I've slowed down a little bit too much. So there's a good chance he'll be shipping water now. Not the best job at cutting inside. So you'll see that line on the left hand side there, that's where this particular cannon is aiming. Go to battle sails, keep my nose down. Alright, that's all of that side now, and what will happen is he'll start losing his guns, he'll start taking less, it'll take him longer to fire, and he'll start shipping water on that side now. So my guns will be back up, back to battle sails. And at the moment all I've been doing is showing him one side, and he looks like he's starting to turn away from me. So he's trying to cut inside to get his other side on me. Yeah, that felt pretty good. So I think he's only got 2 guns operational now. So again, I'm just playing between slow and half sail. I mean, this is AI, they're not meant to be kicking your ass, but they give you a fight. They're quite accurate, which is a criticism to say. So nip back down to battle sails. That's good. Well, they could be a bit higher, I could have duffed that then. You can't see through the snout, which is a bit annoying. So he's got 0 ports open on this side. Now if I wanted to capture him, what I'd have to start doing now is grape shotting and basically bringing his crew down. And then you can get in nice and close and you can do a sort of paper, scissors, rock deal. I'm dead stopped at the moment. Just give myself a little bit. Oh, look at that, I'm leaking. So he's actually ripped my nose armour off. So we'll just get this volley into him, and then what we can do is go to survival, go to repair, and repair ship. Now what that does is it really slows down your gunnery, but it'll start bailing water out. But you'll see how now it's taking ages for me to re-aim. Did I actually do a repair there? No, I didn't. Right, now I'm doing a repair. Alright, so I've emptied the water out the hull. Go back to gunnery. You'll hear the whistles as the captain tells the lads to do the things you need to do. He's very low in the water now. It's actually harder to hit because he's so low in the water. You see the waves driving us up and down. And they're all hits. Now if you look at him, if you look there now, you'll look at the damage, but you'll also see he's very low in the water. The water's lapping over his gun ports, which actually makes it harder for him to fire. And I don't think this one's got too long to go. The longer I hold my line steady, the closer the arc on my firing gets, so I'm more accurate the longer I leave this like so. There's a little bit in front of him. I can't see on that one. Yeah, so they all hit. Slow back down. We are taking on a bit of water, but we can repair after the battle. How's he looking? He's taking on a lot of water. So this is just one-on-one. This is kind of noob sport, what you're watching here. They have repair kits, the AI. Oh, that's way too high, isn't it? There's a bit of stuff and things happening there. And that's him struck his colours. You'll see his colours are going down now. The battle's over, so that's victory. So you press escape, and then you don't press surrender, you press leave battle. Yes, you're sure. And let's see, did we get any loot? Sometimes you get loot, you might get plans. I didn't get any. This is the experience I gained on top of completing my mission. So click OK. And back into the open sea. And then what I can do now is I can repair my ship. And that's just basically the first look at Naval Action. That's my first mission. Got myself some money, got myself bashed up at the front. Look at the armor status on that. So we can keep repairing. Use a kit. Kits cost money. See, that's 80% now. Repair again. And that'll do. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see my adventures as I plough through Naval Action, then please subscribe. You'll also see me and Tanlash from Focus Fire a fair bit playing together, and that's really where the fun is. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will catch you.